Meeting will come to order. Could we have roll call?
Tom Mikulek. Frank Inman. Dan Sprague. Rob Levin.
Here.
Clint Newell. Rob Paul.
Here.
Steve Skinzik.
Here.
Art Redkay.
Here, and good afternoon.
Next order of business is to accept our minutes from last meeting. Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Motion to-
second.
Okay, second. Now, is there any discussion about last minutes? I think we've all read through it.
We have.
And, okay, so let's have a vote. All in favor of accepting the minutes from last meeting? Raise your hands. Okay, motion passes unanimously. Okay, do we have a treasurer's report? Nope, okay. Do we have any committee reports? You guys have a meeting about anything that you'd like to discuss? Okay, now we'll go to new business regarding the FAA grant acceptance, airport runway and South Apron rehabilitation phase 1 design. Ryan, is this where you come in?
Yeah, I'll take over. So sorry I couldn't put this together in time to bring it to the May commission meeting that we had where we did the design contract. But your memo says we were anticipating FAA grants. We received that paperwork on Monday of this week from the FAA, and those grants will cover 95% of the cost for the design of the runway rehabilitation South Apron project. In your memo, there's some information about the construction of the runway and the South Apron. We went over that in the last meeting, so I'll hold off going through that again for you. As I mentioned, the grant from the FAA will cover 95% of the design. In your memo, I've itemized the project costs for design, totaling $516,885. That includes the environmental work that was completed in February of this year. On the second page of the memo, I show how the design costs will be funded. $300,000 of that will be an FAA grant, an airport improvement grant. $191,040 is a second FAA grant, an airport improvement grant. And then there will be a remainder of $25,845 where we will either apply for an ODA grant to pay for 90% of that $25,000 or use city funds to cover that. Staff intends to present the resolutions authorizing grant acceptance to the council at their June 22nd meeting. Staff today is recommending that the commission forward a recommendation to the city council to adopt the attached resolutions authorizing acceptance of those grants. And with that, I would be happy to answer any questions on this.
I'm curious what the environmental.
Dan, can you hit your button soon?
I'm curious what the environmental document is, or what was involved in the $40,000.
So we have to do an environmental study on any project out on the airport. We were able to do a category exclusion and not do a full environmental analysis because the bulk of the work was just rehabilitating existing asphalt surfaces. The main study was where the blast pad is going, where it hasn't already been hard surfaced. So the environmental company went out and did a pedestrian survey. Then they dug 5 test holes, looking and sifted the soil, looking for artifacts. Those holes were 12-inch diameter, 20 inches deep. Part of that 40,000 was to curate any artifacts that they did find. They did not find any. So I think the total cost will not be that full 40,000. That was their cost estimate.
Ryan, just out of curiosity, how long is that environmental study good for?
It's just for this project.
So for the full length of the
Yeah,
project?
so we had to do one for the fencing project.
That's right, okay.
There was one done prior for the taxiway extension,
Okay.
but it was just for that project, yeah.
So in 10 years, when we go to repave that, we're gonna have to drill more holes and do another environmental study?
We should not have to, I can't predict what the requirements will be in 10 years, possibly, but yes, it'll be a new project. There'll probably be some new requirements 10 years down the road that we'll have to follow.
Has there been any talk at all about the timeline of when? My fear is that we'll start this project in May or June, and that's gonna take us right through fire season when the runway is so important to us, as well as a lot of the ramp space.
We haven't put together a construction schedule. The plan would be to bid it in early 2027, so we'll have bids in hand to present to the FAA for a grant next spring. But then we would be looking at construction timeline, and fire season would definitely factor into that. And some of that's going to be the method that work gets done and how long the runway will be closed.
It'd be nice to be involved a little bit anyways with the timing issues so that we could maybe stage it to where it's as least impactful as possible, obviously, for us.
So and maybe when I bring you the design options for the outer 12.5 feet, maybe I'll have some more information. We can have that discussion.
It sounds like it's being considered for sure. Any more questions or about it? Anything you guys like to discuss about it? So, go ahead.
Just a brief one, because of being across the street. It certainly got cleaned up quickly, and it's really nice there now. Just wanted to kind of make that
Great.
comment that,
In regards to the fencing project.
yeah.
So, yeah, we'll bring that up at the end.
Okay, well, I guess there's a motion in order. I'll read it, and then we'll seek a second. I move to recommend the City Council adopt the attached resolutions authorizing the acceptance of 2 grants from the Federal Aviation Administration in the amount totaling $491,040 for the design of the airport runway 16/34 and South Apron Rehabilitation Project. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, is there any discussion that you'd like to continue about it? Okay, so we'll have a vote. All those in favor of the motion, raise your hand. How do you vote? Oh, you don't vote? Okay, motion passes unanimously. Okay. All right, now, is there any new business that anybody would like to bring up? Anything to discuss about What's going on at the airport? Rob, I'd like to ask you to outline the Kids Fly Day a little bit. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I wasn't really involved in it too much, but it looked like it was a wonderful event. I think they flew over 50 kids. They were super organized, and it looked like it was a very successful event. I think it's a really neat thing.
Yeah, it's an organization that attempts to get young children involved in flying.
Yeah.
And a group of pilots that do it on their own goodwill. Sounds like a really good program.
Yeah, Roseburg's we've always had a very enthusiastic outcome with the Young Eagles. It's always, we've kind of marked our territory out here in the Pacific Northwest with our Young Eagles. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Something to be proud of.
We definitely have Dr. Durst to thank for that.
Yes, absolutely.
Another thing I'd like to know about is with the upcoming fire season, have we had any discourse with state, federal firefighters, local firefighters?
No, we all seem to be getting along pretty good right now.
Okay, that's good. I like the getting along part. Okay, is there anybody else who'd like to bring anything else up? Okay, that's the end of our meeting. So the meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks.